Hello, hello. How's it going, everyone? Back again for another episode. Today is a bit different because I'm starting from a different point than what I've ended the episode yesterday, and that is because I had to like I did like maybe 4 minutes of recording, and then had to stop, and then decided just to do it all over again. But the only thing that I did here during those 4 minutes was begin extending the staircase. So that's what I did here. Funnily enough, this last stair block just got mossy in, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds or so, which is kind of interesting. The other blocks didn't get any moss. Well, some did maybe, but majority of them didn't. And this last one just... maybe I used a mossy cobblestone stair. That's possible, actually. So I'll say that I don't know why it's mossy. It either turned mossy or that's what it was as I initially placed it. So yeah, I have extended the staircase, and now what I have to do is pretty much pick where the entrance should be, roughly. And I would say it's looking good right here, like right about here. Yep, so the glass doors should be going like that, and then yep, here's the entrance to floor 24. But of course I do need some more blocks to, I guess you could say, decorate it. So here I am decorating this entrance to floor 24. I'll need the 23rd floor to look at it for reference, so blocks from the sides and then stairs like this, I guess, and then the stairs on top, like four different stair blocks on top, like so. There, looking pretty good, as well as torches and a sign to take note of which floor this is, and that is floor 24. Perfect. The entrance has been made. I think I haven't missed anything. All I need to do now is yeah, probably go back to the storage area just for a bit and check if I have any more. Oh yeah, I do have quite a bit of these glass stacks. I'll have enough for this floor, most likely. Enough glass that I will not need to worry about getting any more. So here, I'll start with the first hallway of the day. And yeah, the first broken pickaxe of the day as well, I suppose. This floor seems that it will also have these encounters with water. That's not obviously going to be a bit difficult sometimes, as building in water, I mean, in or around water, especially when you are underwater, which makes it even worse sometimes. But it's like a minor inconvenience, unless it's like very deep in water, so that getting air is a problem, becomes a problem. This is not really a problem, at least not in this case. This end of the hallway has been dug, So I think what I'll do is, even if that end of it hasn't been finished, I'll just immediately start with a new hallway, like just the beginning of it, so I don't need to come back here after finishing the other end of the hallway. So let's put a torch here after digging 2 blocks in, and then yeah, going that way through water. Looks like I'll be able to install glass slab floor here immediately, at least in part of this hallway, since yeah, there were no blocks to dig out in that. I don't know if that made sense, but yeah, pretty much the layer of blocks that would usually be be called the floor were just not there. So I immediately decided that it would be a great idea to just install glass slabs without waiting. Yeah, so glass slabs have been installed, at least in that part. Now I'll check if it's far. Oh, it's not very far from the end of the hallway, so it's looking good today. Even if even if I haven't immediately started digging the hallways today, it's still I'd say looking promising, and by that I mean I'll probably get at least a few of these hallways done. Maybe 2 or 3. 2 or 3? Yeah, that would be... I'd say 2 would be good, and 3 hallways by the end of this episode would be fantastic. I doubt that I would be able to dig through 3 hallways, but I'm just saying this, or like giving it as an option in a very optimistic scenario. I'd say I'll get this and another one after, and maybe half of the third one. Hey, that's copper. I'll take it. Copper is always nice. Definitely enjoying the bronze tools that come out of copper. So whenever I see copper, I do want to immediately collect it. At least I think that was always the case. Copper was copper right now, in terms of the whatever ores that I have available, or blocks, types of blocks. It's the most important, most sought after, I don't know, maybe kind of block, at least for me right now. And I have 24 of those. So they are not called blocks, they are called lumps. After I dig it, it becomes a copper lump. And out of those 24, I suppose I could make about, 26 bronze ingots. And that is, yeah, let's say 30. That would be easier to calculate. No, actually that's... I don't need to do that. It's 26 ingots, bronze ingots, would probably give me about, 9 bronze pickaxes? Something like that. Oh, I can really hear water here. That's very... oh, that's very loud. Depends on where I face my character, it becomes louder or quieter. Very interesting. it's really, I would say the water sound is extremely realistic. It sounds really realistic, I'd say. It's almost like there is a water stream going like nearby. Like yeah, sounds exactly like water, a stream of water. Though I'm saying exactly, but I'm not entirely sure that's how it sounds like, but that's what I would imagine a, flowing water to sound like. Maybe it's not realistic, but it does add, it does definitely kind of make me think it's realistic. So yeah, the sound is good, in my opinion. I would rate it pretty good. On a scale out of 10, I was thinking 7, but maybe after saying it's good, I should rate it 8 or something. But that's just, yeah, how I felt about it. So, though, yeah, it's a good sound. Oh, what's this? I'll have to take my glass slabs here and make a bridge. That's totally fine. I did get myself a few stacks of these of glass, so I can make glass slabs whenever I have to, without having to go back and, yeah, get some more from the storage. Here, 2 hallways done, and the episode is far from finished. So that's impressive. I would say it's very likely, now becoming very likely, that I will have dug through 3 hallways by the end of this episode. Really nice. I guess I'll dig this coal as well. Oh, and that's more tin. Also, more coal here. Definitely no shortage of tin. I'm not exactly looking for it right now, but if it's there, then yeah, I'll take it. I mean, I do sound kind of, oh, it's tin, I don't need it. I need it, but not that much. Yeah, the usual, that's the usual thing that happens. I saw a copper block, and it was just a single copper block there. Yeah, I definitely always kind of expect more whenever I see copper. So when I see the first copper block and I start digging it, I want to believe that there is more after, but usually that's how it ends. I dig out that single copper block and that's it. After I do that, there is nothing left. And yeah, then I'm left with getting a bit disappointed again. I guess I shouldn't really like be ungrateful for that single copper block, I would imagine, but I have to be honest that whenever I dig that single copper block and I see that that's it, that's all there is to it, just that single lonely copper block, I do I do feel a bit disappointed. I would say that's, if I'm being honest, I do feel a bit disappointed because the expectation is there that maybe I should have more. I should get more copper. But uh, lately, whenever I encounter more copper, I do have this at the back of my mind, knowing that when I start digging it, it's probably gonna be just that single copper block and nothing else. So I do get disappointed, but just very slightly, I'd say. Whoa, what's this? More dungeons. So it seems like the dungeon is still going. Oh, and there is even more water down there. Wow. Seems like water will be with me for a good amount of time while I am digging through these floors. And it's probably not gonna go anywhere, because as far as I understand, there is going to be unending dungeons which will likely have at least some water in them. Maybe some of them will be dry with no water, but so far it seems like there is no shortage of water in these dungeons. Maybe some of them have been dry, maybe not entirely. Possibly parts of the dungeons are dry and some parts of them are filled with water. I guess it just depends on the luck. There could be a completely dry dungeon. I just either I haven't found it, or I just don't remember. Yeah, any of those options may be true, or maybe none of them are true. Oh yeah. Here a third hallway has been done. Yep, perfect. 3 hallways in single days worth of work. Sounds really nice. And I will still be able to start with 4th hallway, having in mind that a single a floor has 11 hallways, so this floor has 11, should have 11 hallways, because all the previous ones had 11 as well. Then I'm pretty close to the halfway point. I mean, not really. I've done 1/3 of the work. I guess that would be more truthful. I could say that I'm close to halfway point if I had 4 hallways finished, but as it stands now, I only begun with the 4th one. I will not be able to finish this, probably not in a minute. Yeah, I would imagine that nope. But it will be interesting to see how much progress I can make in this short amount of time. Oh, that's cool. This sand will help me make, I guess, progress more than if it was just stone, because digging sand or shoveling sand is much faster. Great, another stone pickaxe broke, but I have the recipe ready to craft. Even if I run out of all of those pickaxes, I can easily make more. Did I manage to dig maybe half of this hallway? Oh no, probably not. I am still kinda close to the starting point. Maybe 3rd or 4th of the hallway, but likely not half of it. This is how it's going to stay until the next episode, though. I'll be continuing this, yeah, on the next episode, because I've already done a good amount of work today.